Hey guys, it's Dr. Shan Safar here with Unity Physical Therapy. Let's do a 10-minute hip warm-up together that you can do before your next jiu-jitsu training session or any other martial arts that you're doing. Let's begin with a pigeon pose. So you're gonna go on your hands and knees, straighten one leg back, and then put your other knee through. And then you're gonna go ahead and rotate that top hip down towards the mat. If you're not feeling a stretch yet, you're gonna lean to one side, and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Make sure that you're breathing the whole time. And that if you're stretching your left leg forward, your right hip is dropping towards the mat. Lean over your left side. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. Good. 5 more seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you're going to quickly do a side plank on that left side, just with the knees, opening your legs, and you're going to turn your shoulder and your hip towards the mat. Come back up, down, up, down, up, down, up. One more. Keeping your hips high the whole time, and up. Good. Same leg that you just stretched and was on the bottom, you're going to go ahead and stand on that one leg, hinge forward, bend that knee, and we're going to drop that top hip towards the mat. Come back up, open. Try and keep your balance if you can. If that's really hard, you can put one foot down, open back up. But in jiu-jitsu, a lot of times you're on one foot as you're passing guard, so having some good balance also is going to help. Keep going. Let's do 2 more. Good. 1. Great. Now we're gonna switch. So go on your hands and knees. This time I'm gonna do my right leg. Kick it forward. Lean over my right side or whatever side you're doing. Twist your left hip towards the mat. Sit your butt back. Let's go for 30 seconds. Good, keep breathing. We're trying to feel a stretch in our glutes here. This is gonna be important for your guard recovery, for passing, making sure that we're not putting any strain on our back and our knee. Keep breathing, keep dropping that hip towards the mat. Good, not twisting at your spine, leaning over that side. Good, 2 seconds, 1. Great, now let's get on that same side for a side plank. Open those knees out, okay? And we're dropping that pelvis forward, keeping the hip up, back. We're gonna do 4 more. Good. Moving your whole body as a unit, not twisting at the spine. 2, good. 1, good, stand up. Now let's do those hip airplanes. Hinge forward. If you can stand on one leg, drop the free leg, that hip towards the mat. Squeeze that standing leg's glutes to come back up. If you need to, put your foot down, come back up. That's 2. Let's do 3 more. Good. Good. Nice. Now let's go ahead in a runner's lunge, okay? And then what we're going to do is tuck our pelvis so that we're feeling a little stretch in our hip flexors. Good. Let's go, 30 seconds. Good. Make sure you pull your ribs down so that you're not arching your back, and instead you're actually stretching your hips, not jamming your back. So go ahead and pull those ribs down. Good. Excellent. 10 more seconds. If it doesn't feel a stretch, you've pulled your ribs down, lean forward. Lean forward. Good. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Good. Let's switch sides. Okay. Other side. 30 seconds. Pull those ribs down. Flatten your back. Lean forward, feeling a stretch in the front of your right hip or whatever leg you're doing. Good. Keep that going. 10 more seconds. Check in with your abs. Are they on? Do you feel your ribs are down, back is flat? Are we feeling a stretch? Keep going, 3 seconds. Good. Now lay on your back. You're going to bring your knees up, flatten your low back so your stomach muscles are on, and then you're going to go ahead and tap one leg down, slide it away from you. Make sure your back doesn't arch. We're constantly pushing our back towards the floor. We're going to go for 10. Good. 3, 4. Good. Check in. Is your back coming off, or are you keeping your abs nice and tight? This is going to be important for our guard recovery so that we're not arching and being loose and our hips are going to be weak. Okay? 2 more. Good. Last one. Great. Now, if you don't have any equipment, you don't have a kettlebell or anything, you can just do some bridges here. So you're going to tuck your pelvis again, lift those hips up. Lift those hips up. You should feel a little stretch in your quads. And if you're about to train, go ahead and make a frame too, so that you're reinforcing those movements. But if you want something a little bit more challenging and dynamic, you can grab the kettlebell, okay, and let's do some swings. When you're doing this, make sure we're not arching and leaning back. Instead, we're pulling those ribs down and we're getting the strength from our hips and our quads, locking those knees out, extending. If you're still doing bridges, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. If you're doing kettlebell swings or bridges, go ahead and stop. We're going to do one last circuit. So we're going to go ahead and stretch one of our legs out. So you can go down on one knee. Go ahead and straighten that leg. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Catch your breath. Good. We should feel a nice little stretch in our hamstrings. You don't have to pull your toes back. You can point them because we're trying to stretch the hamstrings, and this should be enough. Obviously, if you're really flexible, bring your chest towards your knee. Try not to round your back because in jiu-jitsu, a lot of forces are already trying to round our back. Instead, we're trying to get that hip mobility and not pressure on our spine. Good. Switch sides. Good. Let's go 30 seconds. Same thing, keeping the back straight. This is important for when you're passing guard, so someone's not breaking your posture, making you weak. Good. 15 seconds left. Feeling that stretch in that hamstring. Good. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then last one, we're going to do some hip hinges. So all you're going to do is bend forward, unlock your knees until you feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Come back up. Boom. Boom. Now, if you have a weight or a kettlebell, you can grab one, make it a little harder for you, okay? If you're struggling feeling a stretch in your hamstring, you can grab a stick and put it on your back such that as you do this, the stick will tell you if you're cheating or not. Because if the stick comes off your low back as you bend forward, you know that you're not actually stretching your legs, you're just rounding your spine. We're probably doing that too much in jiu-jitsu anyway. 2 more. 1. Good. All right, you guys, that's it. I hope it's a way for you guys to just warm up those hips, get your heart rate up. So instead of just stretching, we're getting a little bit clean mobility, muscle activation, and strength for you on the mats. Os.